Okay, so this video is really more of a product review, but I'm going to give a little background first. I've got a squirrel that is getting in my gutter right here. I can hear him scurrying around in there, and I don't know if I can reach it, but let me see if I can see. You can see, I hope you can see that he's eating a hole in my gutter guard right there. And I've replaced the gutter guard at various places along the way there 4 times already, and he keeps eating a hole in it. But that's not the biggest concern. Well, first of all, I've seen this guy, and he's huge. He's got a colossal belly. Like when he sits on his butt, he balances on his belly. And that's not good. I mean, that's just not normal for a wintertime squirrel. Which means he's eating too good. And so the other day, I'm going to open the garage here. The other day when I was in the garage right after the big snow, I noticed all the bird seed was all over the place. He made a huge mess. I had a bunch of bird seed and some suet for the birds and various things sitting here, and it was a colossal mess all over. And you can see there's a chew mark right there. And there's squirrel poop. Probably can't see it, but there's little evidence right there and other places. And so I saw him when I was in the garage scurrying up the wall here and into the attic. And the other side of that attic, that little roof there, is where the gutter is. So he's able to get into the gutter and then go through the gutter somehow and get into the attic. So he's able to get in my garage even when the garage is closed. So that is enough. Well, it's probably probable cause, but it's enough evidence. It's at a minimum, it's reasonable suspicion to detain the squirrel. It's probably probable cause for an arrest, but I just want to detain him for questioning right now, and I think I can legally do it. So, in order to detain the squirrel, it's really hard to do that because they don't really freely come to you. You know, you can ask them to, but they don't do it. I had ordered a humane trap, and I noticed that the delivery guy came today, and I'm hoping it's my trap, and that's why I'm making the video. I do product reviews sometimes. I've got hundreds of videos on YouTube for various really boring technical things, but so I figured I'd see how this trap works and do a product review, and here it is right here. The Have a Heart live animal trap for chipmunks and squirrels. There's a picture of it right there. That's the guy I'm going to get. So I'm going to go ahead and take this thing apart and figure out how it works. And set it, bait it, put it in the garage, and then we'll make another video if I catch him. And we'll see if this thing actually works. Because again, I've got reasonable suspicion to do a Terry stop, Terry v. Ohio, and detain him, but I don't know if I have enough to prosecute, but I'll know that after I get him and see the further evidence of his colossal belly, and I know that's the right one. Then he's going to be sentenced, and normally in the state of Virginia, that could be a possible death or execution sentence for property destruction by a squirrel. But down here in the South, we're a little lenient. What we like to do is when we have a deviant individual, we just take them to another county and drop them off on the county line and tell them not to come back. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. So we can even avoid going to trial with this if he cooperates. So let me go ahead and get this thing set up and see how it works and get it set, and then we'll make another video if and when I catch him. And then that'll be my product review if the thing actually works. Okay, so I have the trap open. There's something interesting here. By the way, this is Cody the dog. Cody is here with Janine today. Janine is visiting. We haven't seen Janine in a long time. She's camera shy, so I'm not going to show her unless she wants me to. But what's interesting about this trap is that I can't open the door. I don't know how to open the door. I've been fiddling with it, and I can't get it open. Now, you might say, well, okay, read the directions. And that's a really good suggestion, but the directions are inside the trap. So there they are, locked up in the cage, and in order to read the directions, I need to open the door, but I can't open the door. So right off the bat, I'm having a negative product experience. So I'm going to try to still figure this out. I might have to go to YouTube and see if someone put a video up on this thing. Okay, I got it figured out. Just had to look around a little bit. So anyway, there's the opening, and the door is up, and it's propped up internally by a little lever that runs along. It runs along right here, comes down, and then it's just by friction on this other lever that holds this little table. So you put a bunch of food on the table, the squirrel goes in the opening, comes down, and puts the slightest bit of pressure, and the door drops. And the top is covered in metal so that when you pick it up, he doesn't try to scratch at you or bite you. And you pick the little guy up and you take him over to Greene County and drop him off and let him start a new life making someone else miserable. Hey, Cody. So I'm going to go ahead and put some food in there and get this thing set up where he needs to go, and then wait it out. And I know squirrels love peanut butter. I know you could smell it a mile away, so I think I'm going to go with a bunch of peanut butter. And we'll see how that works first. Okay, so what I got is at the entrance to the trap is a little piece of bread with peanut butter, and that tempts him to, he might be scared of this thing at first, so that tempts him to go in just a little bit and get used to it. And then all the way in on the table that trips the door is a big hunk of bread with a lot of peanut butter. And of course the bread is whole wheat, and the peanut butter is organic. A very good peanut butter, so no harm will come to the squirrel through use of inferior product. So I'm going to gently take this thing and set it where it needs to go, and then just wait. Just going to wait it out. Alright, so the trap is in place. There it is. Door's set. So all it takes is that little table to tilt in one direction or the other, and the door, and when he's over here eating, and the door will come down. That's how it works in theory. And I put it right on the same shelf where the bird seed used to be that he made a mess out of, so he's well aware that this is where you come to eat. I put it on the top shelf this time. The bird seed was down here, 2 shelves down. That's where he was so hungry he ate the plastic. So we'll going to wait and see. We're going to see if this trap is worth the 20 bucks I spent on it, and then I'll make a product review out of this, and let's just hope it works, because I really don't want any more damage. And he's living up in my attic, and I don't know what kind of mess he's got up there. Based on the size of him and his big belly, he's probably a slob, and there's probably crap all over newspapers and magazines and who knows what's up there. So I'm going to shut the garage door to make sure no animals get in from outside. And now we are ready for the experiment. And I hope that it works.